Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor to Yahweh and Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rakakodash. I want to send double honors to my elders and my apostles at Great Millstone, who taught me the truth and who also rule well. Peace and many salutations unto the hopeful elect. Joachim doing this work sincerely throughout the four corners of the earth, chanting down Babylon the Great, pushing forth the will of Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, and enduring with all long suffering and sound doctrine. So I want to get into this lesson. Lord willing, is an edifying one. This lesson was influenced by a couple of things, that a brother here that, the head of the camp here said in Nebraska. Much love unto that brother, first and foremost. A couple of things that he said. One thing he said recently, within the last week, was, the respect and the care that you have for yourself is a reflection of the care and respect that you have for brothers. And immediately when the brother said that, I went into reflection mode, and it made me think about really caring. Do you really care? And that's caring about. Of course, you have to care about yourself, man. Because I'm gonna get the scripture in 1 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, to back that statement up. But it brought a lot of things to light. How you treat brothers, how you operate in this ministry. It starts with you. Do you care for yourself? How you treat yourself? Do you have any respect for yourself? Which flows straight into the ministry. The labor and work that you do. It should reflect. But the topic that I really want to touch on is caring. Just really caring. So like I said, Lord willing, this is an edifying video, edifying topic, and I'm gonna get straight into it. Get these few precepts that I have. We're gonna get right. We're gonna get to it. So first is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 3 and verse 5. Right? It says, "For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of the Most High?" And the church of the Most High is who? The nation of Israel, the flock. All right, the so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans. This is the house of the Most High, because it says that the Most High this is his inheritance, his dwelling place, Israel. Okay, so it says he that knoweth not how to rule his own house. And when you get into that word rule, it goes into the Greek word prostimai, okay, which means to set over or to care for. Okay, and so if you don't know how to care for yourself, if you don't know how to, and then we're talking about through the Spirit, okay? Salakia, for not making that transparent, talking about being caring through the Spirit, all right? Because we got to take care of ourselves, man, through the Spirit. We got to learn ourselves, and we really have to put in some type of work, okay? Because the work that we do behind closed doors, as far as concerning caring for the flock, is definitely going to reflect, okay? So if we're doing minimum work and we're content with it, it's going to reflect towards the flock, okay? Which the Most High is not looking for somebody who's lackluster, somebody who does the bare minimum, but somebody who truly cares for the flock, somebody who truly cares about this ministry, okay? So in a sense, you have to care about yourself, man. Do you care about your salvation? Do you care about you getting wiser? Okay, because that should, really you should treat others how you would expect to be treated, okay, concerning this ministry. You want people to feed you with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, but you're not willing to go through it for yourself, showing that you truly don't care, okay? So which I want to get into this word care, which I had to write it down, okay? So when you get into this word care, I went into the etymology online. It says for care, it says sorrow, anxiety, or grief caused by apprehension of evil or weight of many burdens, burdens of mind, serious mental attention. And it is very important that we pay attention to what it says, serious mental attention. Pay attention to your psyche as well. Pay attention to what you're feeding yourself through the Spirit. Because you could be feeding yourself with the wrong things. And then when you feed yourself with the wrong things and you're convinced in your mind, you'll start teaching that to others, you know? So care is really, I made that statement based off of, you don't want to cause nobody to go astray. You really want to dig deep into when you go into these scriptures. You really want to know what you're talking about. That's showing true care. Okay, really, essentially, it's laboring. That's what it is. Laboring is it's truly showing how you care for the flock. Okay, and this is the same thing that Yahushua told Peter. He said, "If thou love me, feed my flock." So through the Spirit, Yahushua knew that Peter was able to do it. Why? Because Peter cared for the flock. Okay, and that's why Yahushua asked him 3 times, to the point where Peter was getting, he was getting frustrated. Like, why you keep asking me that? I love you. I take care of the flock. And it also reminds me of when you go into Philippians, the 2nd chapter, where Paul was going to send Timotheus to the church of the Philippians, because he said that Timotheus cares for your state just as much as I do. So he genuinely cared for the flock, man. Okay, heavy of mind, burdened in mind. Okay. So it says another definition for care. It says meaning charge, oversight, right? Attention or heed with a view to safety or protection of an object, matter, or concern. Right, and what caught my eye when I read this definition is the word oversight. Because when you get into the word oversight, matter of fact, it is synonymous with an overseer. Okay, and when you get into the book of 1 Timothy, the 3rd chapter and the 2nd verse, matter of fact, I'll just read it real quick, because it says, "A bishop then must be blameless, a husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach." Which these are all the qualities of someone who's showing good conversation, good conduct. But when you get into that word bishop, okay, you good? Hey, you all right? So when you get into that word bishop, I forget the exact Greek word, but it's an overseer, someone who cares, right? Someone who cares for the estate of the flock, someone who's watching to make sure that things are done accurately. So, which brings me back to the point of caring. Okay, is you can't teach anybody how to do something right if you yourself are not working on doing stuff accurately and right yourself. Okay, being an overseer and caring is a great responsibility that was given unto a select few of men. Okay. And our job is to take advantage of that and really show that we care, because guess what? Yahweh Shem Yahushai will preserve those who truly care for the flock. Okay? Now, I want to read this again in the book of 1 Timothy 3 and 5. It says, "For if a man don't know how to rule his own house or care for his own house, how should he take care of the church of the Most High?" There's no way that we're going to be able to take care of the church of the Most High if we don't take care of ourselves through the Spirit, man. All right? So I'm going to get this in the book of Sirach. 37, let me see. No, so like, so around 14. Right. So it says this. It says, "He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good?" You know. So if you like, first and foremost, that goes into, like I mentioned earlier, if you're not taking care of yourself through the Spirit, like you doing whatever. You live recklessly. Okay, this is on the Salakia. This is on the physical term. You're daredevil. You take unnecessary chances. You're doing things that just don't profit. You're doing things that just don't profit. It says that he is evil to himself. Who shall he do good? and you can tell who's able to do good to someone based off of their conduct. Okay, and hey, call all y'all Bashim Al Shai, really revealing that, because that's what it goes back to, your conduct. Okay, truly how you carry yourself in your Bashim Al Shai, it'll reflect towards the flock. Okay, which, like I said, and I will mention again, that is a very great responsibility to care for the flock of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, man. Okay, so reading this again, it says, "He that is evil to himself, to whom will he do good?" Yeah, so if you're not treating yourself with any type of honor or respect in Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, or on any aspect or any platform for that matter, then how are you going to be able to take care or have any type of concern? Because when you look into the word care, it goes back to concern. Okay, how are you going to have any type of concern for anybody else? You don't, essentially, you don't care about anything. You don't care about how if you grow in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, you don't care about a damn thing. But in the Most High, called Abelman. So, hey, another thing that comes to mind, something else that the brother said, which the brother here, the elder brother here in the camp, man, he drops a lot of good gems. Okay, damn, see, I lost my train of thought. Salakia, but because he speaks about caring. Do you really care? Because even though I read the definition and say that I care, and this is just as an example, right? I could read the definition of care, say what it is, bring out precepts on how I care, but do my actions reflect that I care? Okay, that's another thing that the brother, he harps on very much, man. Because that's when, as a man of the Lord, care for the flock. This is not laying down your life for the flock, but you should want to lay your life down for the flock. You should be able to give your life up and follow Yahweh Bashim Al Shai and follow his conduct, fall into the conversation that he left an example of, and exude that to the church. Paul did the same thing. And when you read the different missionaries of Paul, the different places that he went, Paul was very gung-ho about making sure that the flock was okay. Okay? Matter of fact, I know I quoted it, so I'm going to read it in the book of Philippians. And there's many examples. I'm just going to get this one here. The book of Philippians chapter 2. And man, and see, Paul was ready. He cared so much for the flock. He was ready to die for the flock. He was willing to make them feel uneasy by telling them about themselves, that they may be better in Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. That's true care, man. That's true love. Okay, the same love that our Lord Yahweh Shai showed us when he went up on that cross for us, man. Amongst many other great things that he's done for us. To this very day, we are nigh unto our Heavenly Father because of him. How much love and care is that for the flock, man? And it's in abundance beyond measure, man. Okay, so I'm going to get this in Philippians 2, in verse, I'll start at 18. All right, the point that I want to get is a couple verses down. It says, "For the same cause also do ye joy and rejoice with me. But I trust in the Lord Yahweh Shai to send Timotheus shortly unto you, that I also may be of good comfort when I know of your state. For I have no man like-minded whom will naturally care for your state." Right? And then it says he naturally cared for the state of the church, man. Okay, and you see the works that he did proved it. He wasn't just saying it so they'd be like, yeah, man, Paul messed with us, you know what I'm saying? Paul like us. No, he was really concerned about their state. He was really concerned about how they were faring in Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. And he showed forth the example, showing how much he cared. He was willing to die for the flock. He even so much so that he made mention that about all the persecutions and the sufferings that he went through, being beaten, dying, all these different things that was done unto him in the flesh. Okay, he said that was for the furtherance of the gospel, that you may grow. That's love, man. That's love. Okay, it says that his and merely paraphrasing, that these things fell out for the furtherance of the gospel, man. Okay, and that type of love and that type of care is hard to find, but it can be found amongst those who are true and faithful ministers of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, so and that's really the point that I wanted to get to. Let me see. I think I got to all the precepts. No, I'm gonna get one more precept, and then then I'm gonna close it out. Okay. So this is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 16. It says, "Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee." And the reason why I brought this out, when it says take heed to thyself unto the doctrine, take heed to how you move within this ministry. Okay, the things that you've learned, that's the laws, the statutes, and commandments, the different means of a conversation that we've been taught. It says, and continue in them. Okay, and not just continuing in them. Of course, you have to do it sincerely. You have to do it from the heart and with faith. Okay, but it says, in doing them, thou shalt save thyself, because you're diligently doing what the scripture said. You're taking heed to yourself. Okay, you're following the things that were written. Right? It says, for thou shalt save thyself and them that hear thee. Who is them that hear thee? The flock. Okay, so they can follow after that same example of you. They see how you're taking heed to yourself, how you taking heed to how you are in the ministry, how you go about the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the faith and the fervency and the zeal, the vows that you show in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and they follow that example. Okay, all these things go back to caring. Okay. All right. So hey, with that being said, Lord willing, this was an edifying video, and that the point was valid and transparent. Hey, with that being said, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory once again unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors once again to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Peace, love, and many salutations out there to the hopeful elect. Until the next time, I say shalom.